Hey, what's up, boxing fans? Miguel Maravilla here with you. Another fight, another preview. This preview for the undercard of Canelo Charlo. You have the co-feature. You got super welterweights Jesus Ramos Jr. taking on Erickson Lubin. You got the undefeated contender taking on the experienced seasoned Lubin. It's a fight in which, where does Jesus Ramos go with a victory? Or does Lubin have what it takes to stay in that title hunt, to once again get another title shot? However, with Ramos being undefeated, a win here perhaps takes him to bigger fights. Then we have welterweights, Yordanis Ugas taking on former world champion Mario Barrios. Both are former world champions. Both are looking to stay in the hunt to once again become world champions. And opening up the card, you have the young 20-year-old Elijah Garcia taking on a very tough Armando Resendez. It's a fun fight. This is going to be a fun way to kick off and start the pay-per-view. Saturday, September 30th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, live on Showtime pay-per-view. Opening up the Showtime pay-per-view, middleweights Elijah Garcia and Armando Resendez. Garcia 15-0 with 12 knockouts. Resendez 14-1, 10 knockouts. Resendez out of Nayarit, Mexico. He scored a big win over former world champion Jared Hurd, scoring a 10th round knockout as he just busted up Hurd, and Hurd couldn't continue. For Garcia, the young 20-year-old, 15-0, 12 knockouts from Phoenix. A young prospect staying busy as early this year he scored a 4th round knockout over Amilcar Vidal. That taking place in March, and back to work in April. He won a unanimous decision over Kevin Zambrano. In the opening bout, again, this is going to be a fun fight. This is going to be a good way to kick off the pay-per-view. You're going to see Resendez coming out tough, coming out strong, pretty much headhunting. He's going to go swinging for the fences. He needs that knockout in this fight. That's why. However, I'm going to see Elijah Garcia fighting very composed. I see him taking a few big shots early on. But in this fight, I still think Elijah Garcia is the more skilled, the more talented overall. And the conditioning is going to be a factor in this one. I don't think Resendez is going to have the conditioning that Garcia has. So I think Garcia stops him between 5 and 7 rounds. So again, this is going to be a fun fight to start off the pay-per-view. Former world champions square off as Yordanis Ugas of Cuba and Mario Barrios. Barrios, the former super lightweight champion from San Antonio with a record of 27-2, 18 knockouts. His 2 defeats were to Tank Davis and Keith Thurman, as he suffered back-to-back defeats. He bounced back, scoring a TKO over Giovanni Santiago in his last fight. So he has been in with some good competition. Again, his 2 defeats to Tank Davis and Keith Thurman. For Ugas, a record of 27-5, 12 knockouts. He had that big win against Pacquiao, which basically set him up for the showdown with Spence. Suffered a defeat, his defeat to Spence, and basically it's his return to the ring since the defeat, as this will be for the interim WBC welterweight title. Battle between former world champions This is going to be a fight which I see going the distance. Fight where you're going to have, Ugas boxing, being technical in there. I see Barrios being the little more aggressive fighter in there. I can see him chasing the southpaw. But hey, you never know. This can go either way. Both have a lot to prove. Both are still hungry to become world champions. But in this fight, I think I'm gonna go with Ugas in this fight. I feel he's the bigger opponent, and I just think he'll edge out Barrios in this fight. In the co-feature, super welterweight Jesus Ramos Jr. of Phoenix squares off against Erickson Lubin. For Lubin, out of Orlando, Florida, with a record of 25-2, 18 knockouts. He suffered his 2 defeats at the hands of Canelo Charlo and Sebastian Fundora. And he stopped Luis Arias in 5 rounds in his last fight, as he comes into this fight to take on the undefeated Ramos. Ramos undefeated in 20 fights. He stopped previously undefeated Joseph Spencer in his last fight, as he now steps up in competition to take on Erickson Lubin. In the co-feature, I see Jesus Ramos stopping Erickson Lubin. I think Lubin has suffered some setbacks with those defeats to Charlo and to Fundora. The best is yet to come for Jesus Ramos, and this is the beginning, which will set up